So guys, today's question was count square submatrix with all ones. Okay, so you are given m cross n matrix and return how many square submatrix have all the ones. Okay, so let's understand the question. So before that, I am upload this kind of videos daily, so please just make sure to subscribe my channel if you like the video. Okay, so the question was saying you have a matrix and fill with only ones and zeros. Okay, so you have to return submatrix having only one and square. Okay, so let's see. For one side, like this is one side square matrix submatrix, this is 2, this is 1 also, this is 1 also, this is 1 and this is 1, this is also one side square matrix. Okay, so we have one side, for one side we have 6 matrix submatrix. Okay, for two side, how many are there? This is the submatrix having two sides. Okay, so this is also 1, so in total we have 7 submatrix. Okay, for this example, we have one side 10, this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. There are 10 submatrix of side 1. Okay, one side of 10 submatrix, two side, let's see how many are there. So this is 1, this is 2, all filled with 1, this is 3 and this is 4. Okay, so we have 4 submatrix. Okay, for 3 side, let's see how many are there. Okay, so this is the only one of side 3 filled with all the ones. Okay, so this is the only one. This can be also submatrix of side 3, but there is a 0, so this is not allowed. Okay, so there is only one. So for brute force of this question, you can go on every cell and you can go on this cell and ask how many submatrix he can form. Okay, so he will ask for this next cell. He will say yes, we have one here, we have one here, we have one here. Okay, so he can go down two sides. Okay, he can go diagonally two sides, Okay, also you have to make sure these values are also one. So brute force is kind of hard and you don't need to code it. Okay, this is complex code. So let's see how we can solve this question optimally, and this is the right approach. Okay, so actually we can solve this question by dynamic programming. Okay, so why this is question of dynamic programming, let me explain you. Okay, so let's see, we can just take subarrays or submatrix. Okay, so for this submatrix, how many uh, submatrix are there of only filled with one? 0, right? There is nothing one. Okay, let's see if we want to make square matrix of side 2, how this is possible. Like we have already 3 ones. Okay, if we have already 3 ones and then if we add another one, it become a two side matrix. Okay, and for that we need at least 2 columns or 2 rows. Okay, that's how it is going to form because this had 2 sides. Okay, so for this row and this row, there is no option there. For this column, for this cell, there is only one submatrix. Okay, of this, and he was himself. Okay, so for we can just directly fill it. Okay, so if you see it, this is 0. For this matrix there is only one. For submatrix, okay, for this we have like 2 sub. Okay, this is like 1. For this submatrix we only have 1. Okay, so the real question start from here. Now for what we can make we can make submatrix of two side, because now we have 2 rows and 2 columns. This for this row we only have 1 row. Okay, we that's why we can't do anything. Okay, now let's see, for this cell there are how many matrices. Okay, so there is a 1 over upper cell, 1 in left cell, and but there is a 0, so we can't make this matrix, okay, a two-side matrix, okay. So he himself is a submatrix of size 1, so only 1, okay. So now let's come for this cell, okay. So he himself is a 1 size matrix, okay, submatrix. So 1, and upper left and diagonally we also have 1. That means we can make 2 size, okay. Okay, let's see for this cell, okay. We have over like 1 over here, 1 over here, and 1 over here, and he himself can make 2, okay. He himself can make 2, but if we consider this is going to be a rectangle, so we can consider only one from here, okay. Still he is going to make 2, and if he has a two side submatrix, okay, that means he also has a one side, okay, submatrix. Why? Because this is one size matrix and this is two size matrix. Two size matrix is made by one size matrix, okay. For this cell we can say 1 over here, 1 over here, and from here we can only take 1, okay, but we can make 2, so we are going to take only 1, okay, and he himself is a 1, so we can add 2. How? This is one submatrix and this is another, okay. So now let's go for this cell, okay. This cell, 1 over here, 1 over here, but this is not 1, so we can take 0 from all of them values, all of these values, and he himself is a 1, so we can say this is only 1, okay. Now for this cell, their upper is a 2, they can form two size matrix, okay. This is the matrix, okay, this is the matrix actually, and for this is also 1, from this is also 1. We can't consider this because if we consider this is going to be a rectangle, okay, so we are not considering this, we are just considering 1 from here, okay. So this is 1, this is 1, this is 1, so if you put another 1 here, this can make two submatrix, okay, of he himself and another second size, okay, two size matrix, so 2. Now let's see here, okay. For this is one size, okay, this is two size, and this is three size. How we are ensuring that this is two size means this has two size submatrix. If this is two size, yeah, again have two size submatrix, okay. This is 2, then we have again have two size submatrix, okay. If you add 1 over here, okay, 1 over here, that means we have three size, okay. Like let's say this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, okay. So we can add 3 over here, okay. Now the question is how we are figuring out, okay. So we are figuring out by, okay, for this matrix, how we are figuring out, if we have like all of these values are 1, then only we are taking it, okay. So if we take minimum of 3, it is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, okay. This is how we are taking, this is how we are taking. Why? Because three values only, if we consider 1, then it is going to be a rectangle, okay. If we consider this one, this is going to be rectangle. If we consider this 0, that means there is no submatrix of size 2, okay. For this cell, we have like all three are filled with ones, that means if we add 1 over here, this is going to be a two size matrix, okay. So if we take minimum of the 3 and plus 1, it is going to be 2, okay. Also for this, if we take minimum of 3, these three values, it is 1, okay, and adding 1, it is going to be 3, okay. For let's see for this case, for minimum of all the threes, okay, this is our 2 2 2, that means these two make this square matrix, these two make this square matrix, these two make this square matrix. By adding 1, we can create three size submatrix, okay. And if we have three size matrix, we can create 3 1 2, and this is the 3, okay. So we are adding 3, so just take the minimum of 3 and add 1, okay. This is the approach. Now let's code the solution, okay. So we can take n matrix dot length int m equal to matrix of 0 dot length. Okay, now we have to take answer, we can take 0, and we have to create a dp. Okay, new in dp of same size. Okay, so we are creating dp of same size. Okay, and now we have to fill this row and the first column. Okay, this is the first column. Okay, this is first column we have to fill. Okay, 0 I less than, so we are traversing on the column. Okay, so we are traversing on the column. So the dp of so the row was stable but the column was changing. Okay, so this is matrix of 0 comma I. Okay, so we are just filling first row and the first column. Okay, and this is I think 4. Okay, now we are filling our column. Okay, so for filling column is stable but the row was changing. Okay, so row was changing and column was stable. Okay, so matrix of I comma 0. Okay, now let's traverse I equal to 1. So we are calculating first row and column, so we are starting from here now. Okay, so let's see where we are starting from. We are starting from here. Okay, we already filled this, so we are now starting from here, because if you want two size square matrix you have one row and one column. Okay, and this is only have one row, this is only have one column, we can't do anything. But for this cell we have one column and one row. Okay, so we can do anything, so we can start from this cell. Okay, I plus plus. Okay, for int j equal to 1, j less than m, and j plus plus. Okay, so now we have to check if matrix of I comma j, if it is equal to 1, then we can proceed. Okay, if it is 0, then we can't make any submatrix. Okay, so we have to take minimum of upper cell, the behind cell and diagonal cell. Okay, so how we can do that? dp of I minus 1, then if we had here I minus 1 and the column was table. Okay, the column was same, and this is like minimum of this 3, so we have to again put minimum. Okay, so the minimum of dp of I minus 1 and j minus 1, this is diagonal. Okay, dp of I minus 1 and j minus 1. Okay, comma, now we upper diagonal, now we have to go to lower. Okay, so I was stable but j was decreased. So if you take the minimum of 3 plus 1. Okay, so that was your answer. Now we have to just traverse on our dp array and calculate it. dp of I comma j. Okay, so we have to initialize our answer also, answer equal to 0. Okay, so now we can return it. turn. Okay, so let's see dp of I and mat dot minimum of dp of I comma j. Okay, so we just made one curly brace, circular braces. Okay, okay, what? Okay, Ori, let's see this is going to submit or not. When or not? Oh wow, answer was wrong. How? Why this is doing? Okay, so matrix of I write 0 comma 0. Okay, so let's change it to 0 comma I. Okay, this is running. Now let's try to submit it. Okay, this is running, and we can also calculate our answer on just check going. Okay, we don't have to traverse again and again, so we can just say answer plus equal to dp of 0 comma I. We can write here answer plus equal to dp of I comma 0. Okay, and if when we calculate it, we can directly say dp of I comma j. Okay, since we are calculated here. Okay, this is also going to work. Why? Okay, let's see. Okay, so we are calculating our answer for row and the column. So the first value, like 0 comma 0 cell, was adding 2 times, so we can just simply minus it 1 times. Okay, matrix of 0 comma 0. Okay, now let's see if it is work or not. Yeah, it is getting accepted. So if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel.